Zach Maslany now making his way to the stage. Maslany in the black and white. 666 expect fireworks, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Zach from 10th Planet Bethlehem.
10th Planet Bethlehem.
Veritable dream team of killers.
Him and JM
Yes, sir.
holding down the fort at 10th Planet Bethlehem.
Great technique. He's
a beast. He's a savage.
excellent coaches, I have to say. Great guys, JM and Zach.
That's a beautiful.
Great guys, JM and Zach.
Veritable dream team of killers.
He's a beast. He's a savage.
It's Zach from 10th Planet Bethlehem.
10th Planet Bethlehem. That's 10th Planet Bethlehem. It's a beautiful.
Great technique. He's
It's 10th Planet Bethlehem.
Like this, check it out. Yo, check it. Yo, I got slugs for snitches, no love for bitches, putting thugs in ditches with my trigger finger itches. I got a rep to make police jet, known to get a pre-sweat. I never beg for pussy like Keith Sweat. It's Big L, slow hell no. Bitches get fucked on the roof when I ain't got no hotel though. I'm known for yoking jacks and beating over smoking cats, leaving talking blacks with broken backs and open caps. So with that bullshit, step to the rear, son. The last thing you want with Big L is a fair one. Cause in the street brawl, I strike men like lightning. You seen what happened in my last fight, friend? I beat kids with lead pipes. I leave trails of dead mics where I'm from. Niggas tools get ran like red lights. Old folks get mugged and raided. Crimes are drug related. And we live by the street rules that thugs created. Clowns get smoked about 1,000 folks selling pounds of coke. Running this town to get a text stuck down your throat. I'm telling you shit is about to get drastic soon. I'm quick to blast a goon and break a motherfucker like a plastic spoon. I got the looks to make your hottie steal. I keep a shotty near. It's that nigga with naughty hair who got it fair. Tracks I'm known to roast until the microphone is ghost. Props I own the most. I'm leaving niggas comatose. Run and get your brain pinched. Big L, I have your whole gang lynched. I started smoking dust and been insane since. This rap shit was a great gift. The other night some snake rift and got a hot lead facelift. All through high school I had braids. I kept mad blades. Stabbing teachers to death. They gave me bad grades. I cooked the mic like a beef steak. Cause my technique's great. And I'm the nigga police hate
In each state.
Cause I'm the neighborhood man.
What up? Zach's Corner is buzzing into your area. That was a little freestyle by Big L. And a lot of people don't know about Big L. One time we were in the car driving Eddie to the airport, and we were playing some Big L, and he was like, damn, who's this? JM looked at him, and he was like, it was Big L. And he was like, oh, shit. He didn't even realize it. A lot of the young guys that train at the school, they're all about, hip hop and listen to rap and stuff. And they like all the new guys, probably Juice Head and, 6ix9ine and Six Pack and Big Diesel and all the guys. They like all the new dudes. You know what I mean? I stopped at Wiz Khalifa. That's probably, I'm ended at Wiz Khalifa. After that, it's touchy. It's touch and go on new hip hop artists. It's really touch and go. I pretty much, like I said, stopped at Wiz Khalifa. After that, I have no idea what's going on. But, shout out to all the new rappers. But the new guys at the school, or the young, not new guys, but young guys, I should say, I'm always trying to school them and try to show them older hip hop and stuff like that. And it's not like, my generation, I'm 36, my generation of hip hop is like when Wu-Tang come out, when NWA was around, when, so many, like all the older guys, like when Dre first came out. I remember when Snoop Dogg was a new guy, like, and that was rap back in the day, Ice Cube. And then Eminem started coming out later on. But even before then, like Big Daddy Kane and Biggie, obviously, and Tupac and that whole situation. And just, more and more, and even before that, like, the Rakim and even Jay-Z and Nas, like, that's crazy. Like, nowadays, it's like, Juice Head and 6ix9ine. Like, are you kidding me? That's the best they got to offer. What's the tall guy who dissed Eminem? I don't know. He sucks. Eminem just released a diss song on Nick Cannon. Come on. Someone brought up a good point the other day. I think it was Chris Rankin. Shout out to him. But he posted, like, has Eminem really ever gone at it with anyone any good? The answer is no. He pretty much just trashes guys who suck already. So that kind of blows. But I do like showing the guys like Big L. And like this, if you don't know what that is, that's the Big L. You can just go YouTube that piece. Big L and Jay-Z 10-minute freestyle. There's a 98 freestyle. There's so many good ones. Just look into it. So I don't even remember what the last one is, so we won't even try and look back. We'll just move forward. Did a lot of traveling in the past couple of weeks. Got back from California. California, being out there with Eddie Bravo, always cool. Learned so much in class from him. Me and JM had to do the warm-ups and stuff. And he gets you going. You know what I mean? He gets you like hype. Like no one can just get you so hype on the shit that he's been getting you hype on for 10 years, like Eddie Bravo. Like he's the man, and he's just thinking about stuff. We got to see the tournament out there. We got to learn a lot of business techniques, which was really cool. It was a 10 Planet Eclipse. Then we had a big party. We went to the Satanic Club, got accosted by a couple homeless people on the walk there. But shout out to the guys, Dev and Jimbo and everybody, and Brett, Quinn, Mike Henniger, everybody that came out with us. Rene killed it at the High Rollers. It wasn't at Snoop Dogg's compound, and I should have figured. I doubt that Snoop Dogg wants to have us all over, but it wasn't Compton. It was straight up in Compton, which is pretty cool. And so Rene threw down one a jiu-jitsu tournament in fucking Compton. You know what I mean? I was playing all types of Compton songs. I was playing that. Remember, the game is not bad. I always like the rapper The Game. I don't know if I think he's pretty cornball now. Was it West Side Story, I think is the name of the song? I'll find it, but I was just playing The Game and all types of stuff, and we were just straight up rolling through Compton. And that's pretty amazing to me. Like back in the day, I thought that Compton was some super scary place. But this song I'm talking about right here. West Side!
Crip niggas, blood niggas, essays, Asian, Dominicans, Puerto Rican, white boys, Jamaicans, Latin kings, disciple, vice lords, Haitians. All these motherfuckers been patiently waiting since the West Coast fell off. The streets been watching the West Coast.
Yeah, so definitely gonna get yanked on YouTube again, but I don't give a fuck. But that was The Game. I was just blasting The Game, West Side Story, fucking get down to Compton, Park, High Rollers. If you guys don't know, you're allowed to smoke weed at the event. The competitors smoke weed. And coming from guys who smoke weed, it's not that big of a deal. It's cool, and you're like, wow, this is dope. But then after a while, it's just like any other jiu-jitsu tournament. There's just a lot of weed smoke in the air. And the guys there were no joke. And Rene had some epic matches. Took the one guy's back. It was wrestling. Like, took the guy's back off the wrestling. Fucking, got to Kimura. Hit it like a sick armbar flying out of bounds. That was epic. Then he beat the last guy by points. And then he beat another guy by two guys by heel hook, I think. So, man, it was a really good performance by him. He's been training really hard, lifting, hanging out at Craig's all the time. So, he's doing his thing. Shout out to Craig Merrick, strength conditioning, getting the whole crew strong. Really appreciate everything he does for the squad. What else is going on? So that was California was awesome. We were making a joke that a lot of the different strains of weed have like a million different names, and it's like become the wackiest names. And I feel it's just almost the same with beer. Like now it's just like who can come up with the wackiest beer? Like there's a beer around here called Dallas Sucks, and it's a little bit different from Coors Light. But, there's like super hazy smoked IPA, milkshake IPA, and it's aged in bourbon barrels. Or like, Quinn had some really good ones, but we just be like, and like the weed names of the strains are getting a little out of hand. People like when you're like, yeah, let me get that White Jack, OG Kush, backdoors, backwoods, Jack, Smoke, Hair, Kush, Candy, Khalifa, Reserve, OG 13, Haze, Hash. It's like, dude, what? That's just I don't even know what's happened anymore. I thought it was only like a few things, but now it must be like just crossbreeding all this different stuff, like milkshake IPAs aged in bourbon barrels, and it's getting pretty out of hand. So I can't keep up with it, but I will say that me and my wife have been enjoying a lot of stouts lately. And stouts are a good beer, I guess, for the holidays. I don't know. She got me into stouts because she was like, the one day she was like, let me just have a Guinness. We were at this place up the street from us. It's called, damn it, it's an Irish place. Killarney's. something like that. It's not Killarney's. Killian's. Irish Killian's, whatever it's called. But anyways, anywho, they got, she was thinking about getting a beer instead of drinking wine or something. Boom, got a stout. I like Guinness. JM was getting Guinness back in the day. And then all of a sudden, like, oh shit, stout beers. And now there's, when I went to Colorado, up in Breckenridge, really good brewery up in Breckenridge. If you guys know, Breckenridge, Colorado is 12,000 square feet. It's one of the coolest places of all time. Snowboarding, skiing, breweries, bison meat, hippie stuff, weed's legal. It's really awesome up there. So if you ever get a chance, take your girl or just go up there with your boys up to Breckenridge. And Breckenridge is actually where they filmed Dumb and Dumber. And they acted like they were in Aspen, but it was actually in Breckenridge, Colorado. And we found a brewery up there. We found a brewery up there called Breckenridge Brewery, and it's really good. They have some nitro. I don't know what the deal is with nitro. That's really good. Nitro stout beers, killing the game. And I've been getting them from Wegmans and also from, I forgot that Tanzo's Beverage is right down the street. So I've been peeping that too. I've been peeping it. So, well, man, I don't know. Just things have been good. And, I know I always say this, like try to just keep staying positive and just keep putting your shit out there. Sometimes you just got to keep putting shit out there and just see what happens. And, a lot of things have been going good for me and JM and, everyone, I just keep thinking to myself, like one day, like something bad's going to happen. And, maybe not business wise or whatever. And I know that's not a good way to think. And I'm trying not to think like that. But, I don't know if I'm just preparing myself for some type of stretch, whatever, anything, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just keep that in the back of my mind that, maybe I'm just showing gratitude or just grateful right now that, I am in the position that I'm in and I get to do what I do. And I have the family that I do and I have the dogs and the wife and, just everything is good. And I think, we take that shit for granted. Like we see these things on Facebook and, you share all the shit, but, it doesn't really hit like home until something hits home. So I'm just trying to really do that. Like, I think that's something that's important to me. And I think that was maybe the last podcast I put out like after near Thanksgiving time. And it was crazy. I can't believe how sick I was for like a month. And my wife was sick too, and she's pretty much over it. And I know other people have gotten sick too. But what's crazy about that is like you don't realize when you're sick, all you want to do is feel better. And then when you feel better, you kind of take it for granted that you feel 100%, and it's like I don't want to, I have to relax and stuff like that. But then when I'm 100%, I'm like, shit, I don't want to be lazy because, when I was laid up, I felt like I couldn't do anything. And it was so annoying. So, just that same old thing of just feeling thankful for stuff and thankful for the opportunities and the things that we have going on. Like we, starting the schools up here, like our Allentown location's doing good. Bethlehem is killing it. Andrew's doing a great job. Like I have all these different guys that believe in me. Like, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or you follow any of the squad on Instagram, the Mini Goons or JM or whatever. But man, if you check out our Instagram, woo-wee, the kids killed it over the weekend. At a combination of Grappling Industries and the other one was The Good Fight. And they hit 12 triangles, 8 kids. Or 6 kids hit 12 triangles. So that's like an average of 2 triangles apiece. And all the girls, the Romanos, Mia Bella, Angeletta, and Juju, super cute little girls. They're like, Mia Bella, I think is like 12 or 13. Angeletta and Juju is really young. And man, they're just cute little girls that are savages. They have such cool little attitudes. They have awesome parents. Same thing with Maya. She's, I don't even know, 12 or something like that. And she loves training. She trains hard almost every day. She killed it, hit a triangle like she was going against boys. Juju had a funny match where a kid tackled her and the ref never said go, and the kid tackled her. She looked back at the ref, got tackled to the ground, ends up just whipping a triangle on her. It was so awesome. Like, oh man, I was so proud of them. I really am. And then Sid's little brother, Rafer. Oh, and Angeletta had some sick matches too, and Mia Bella's just hitting triangles like crazy. That I knew that they were going to do good. I could just tell. And then sometimes it's luck of the draw. Sometimes you get a kid who's like, got a million matches or whatever, and that's the way it is. Or you like run into Bam Bam or something like that. But man, I'm just proud of those girls. And same with Sid and Rafer and Lucian. Lucian lost his matches, but he faced some girl that was really tough, and he just getting same thing. He's getting luck of the draw. He's pulling off almost all types of crazy shit. Him and Sid are my best helpers, and I'm just so proud of those guys. And Rafer hitting triangles and stuff, all getting medals, and I just want to see if they can defend themselves. That's why they're in competitions. Obviously I want to win championships, but I'm not out here we got to get this kid squad and we want to destroy everybody. And I mean, deep down I do, because I'm that type of guy. I want to win and stuff, but I'm not I'm not out here this is why we're out here. I see some of the guys and I'm like, holy shit, man, the coaches and stuff. And they're doing it for whatever reason. And I'm just I want to win, but the older I get, the more I'm just I want them to have a good experience. And I want them to, have a good experience. I want them to know that they can defend themselves. But the fact that, me and JM and Rene and all the guys that are teaching classes and Thor over in Allentown, working with the kids, some of the kids train, all the time. And it's just, wow, where we're getting to with them. It's what, why not try to fucking push the bill and try to really make something out of it, especially with the kids program. I teach the advanced class, we're trying to move our kickboxing to another location. So that way we can have a striking school and we can have a jiu-jitsu school, and we'll keep them separate, but we work together, obviously. But I think that's a really good step for us. So I'm interested in doing that. And I need to make some phone calls. Gotta, keep working that. Hopefully we can get a ring in this one spot. And I think it's a really good deal. So, we're working hard on that. What else is going on? Oh, the finishers, Finishitos 11, the Finyosho finishers 11 gonna come up. The Finishita. I don't know. I feel the tournament is turned into something crazy, man. So many people hit us up about being in it. I wish the sponsors would hit us up a little bit more. And, I feel like the sponsors should be throwing us more dough, because come on, sponsors, let's do this. I know y'all motherfuckers got money with your long pockets and short arms. Come on, come up with the cash. So what we're doing is it's going to be a $5,000 grand prize. Each team's got to pay $500 to get in. This time, totally changed the format for the 11th one. Team tournament, no heel hooks, quintet rules. And for all you guys out there that are oh, no heel hooks, stop being a puss. Just try other shit. What, is that it? I take away one thing and you're just oh, I suck now. You know what I mean? Forget it, bruh. Just do it without heel hooks, man. Choke the neck. And I think it makes it interesting without heel hooks, I really do. And I feel with the somewhat stalling calls that we could use, I want people to freaking, I want people to go after it. So far we have pretty solid teams. We got the 10P team with JM, Ray, and Luis, and looks like we're probably going to have Ricky Lule and Tony Burchak, hopefully. The Henzo team is solid. Ethan, Krellenston, Damian Anderson, Nick Ortiz, Rosenthal's, and Rob Degel. And then we got the Montreal squad. Ashley Williams and friends is working on the squad. Big J squad. John Battles teaming up with a couple guys. I don't know if the Show the Art team is putting in one, and then we're probably going to have guys battle it out for the last spot, but we shall see what's going to happen. It's going to probably go down February 2nd. I'm just working on all that. So yeah, I'm just really excited for it. And, team tournament, the hell with it. Let's switch it up a hot minute, as the kids would say. We just switched up a hot minute and then we go from there, so that's what I'm thinking. But, what else? Oh, well, oh no, wait. Yeah, did I talk about that already? Yeah, we did. We got our me and JM got our black belt certificates, and we already had gotten our black belt, obviously, but it was pretty cool to get the certificate, get recognized in front of everybody. That was really dope, and I don't know, things are going good. I wanted to get this in there. I got big plans for 2020. I really want to step this up, step up the podcast. And I'm going to be doing a lot more interviews since I figured out Skype. If you haven't listened to any of my old podcasts or you missed a few, go back and listen to my interview, even though I sound like shit because I was sick. Go back and listen to my interview with John Robinson, owner of Lanky Fight Gear. So if any guys are ever thinking about starting up a company or anything like that, that's a good one to listen to. Check us out, finishersmma.com. Also be on the lookout for be on the lookout for our newest DVD, Finishing Finishers, it's called. So I think it's pretty dope. Grace was in this one and she helped us out with it, so that's really dope. Oh, I'm going to try to get Grace a match for Finishers 11 too. So, and that one, there's not going to be an open. It's just going to be just a pro tournament, and we're just going to slang it and bang it from there. So, let me look at my notes here, because I was taking notes, but then I forgot. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I want to just say that, sometimes a lot of people too, this is one thing, this is what I'll leave you guys on. And then, that'll be it for this podcast. But, I forget which guy was saying it. I think it was Joey Diaz was just on one of his podcasts was saying like, there was a guy, comedian that was like kind of going place to place, and he was like working on getting a, he would do a gig, and then when he would get the money from the gig, then he would take that money and get a hotel room. And, he was an older guy, and he was just kind of just winging it, working during the day, trying to do shit at night, like basically being homeless. And it was interesting that Joey had thought like, hey, I really want to help this guy. But then he thought, you know what, maybe not help him, because when he was in that situation, when he was sleeping in, he was sleeping in the parks, sleeping in like the big boat at the park and all this different stuff. Like, people didn't help him, but I think that's where he really learned lessons. Sorry, I just had to take a sip of my Stumptown coffee, but he really he learned lessons by having to go through those hard times. And I've talked about it before. I definitely have to have JM on the podcast talk about doing, just staying up at night, staying up late at night, and living, just constantly scheming and living at the school and showering at the gym and just doing all this stuff that when you look back, you're like, wow, like I did that. But at the time, it wasn't even that bad, or it might have seemed bad. But when you look back, it really wasn't that bad. Like, you're like, oh man, I kind of had it hard, but I put myself through that on purpose, so that way I would know the struggle. But I mean, mine was not hard it's an interesting story, because a lot of people in my situation and JM's situation may not do something like that. But I feel that, we didn't have it hard by any means. Like, there's so many people that had it way harder than us, like started with nothing and came up from this and that, and, lived on the streets. And like, I didn't live on the streets or anything like that. Like, I could have probably stayed with my dad or whatever, my buddy, but I wanted to save money. I didn't want to spend it. And I wanted to just engulf myself in, the business and training. What better way to do that than to live in the place? Now, you could get burned out, obviously. But I didn't, because I just wanted to keep working hard, and same with JM. And then we eventually, parlayed it into, a growing business, hopefully for ourselves. So, if you feel like out there that, you're going through a hard time right now, or it's kind of tough, I'm not telling you to enjoy it, but I'm saying that this is probably part of your struggle or part of your journey. And I do realize that some people's journeys are way harder than other people's. Some people have to go through so many different things that you may not have to go through. And that's crazy. That's why I was talking about being grateful earlier, because I feel like it's really, really important. Your life may be hard right now, but this, like I said, may be part of your origin story, maybe part of your, the thing that kicks you in the ass to really get started on something that you wanted to work on, or whatever, or get you to just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing this, or, anything. If it just changes your mind about something, or you do realize that gratitude when times are good and you're like, wow, things are good right now. But, it's all perspective, and it's all how you deal with things. And, yeah, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But go back and listen to Joey Diaz one too. Let me see what podcast that is. Let me go back. Actually, my phone's not working. But go back and look up Joey Diaz is what I'm saying. We did while we were in Cali, I was going to bring this up. We did stop at the Comedy Store. That was really dope. And, some of the comedians towards the end, like, had zero material. So shout out to those guys. They were just going out there and slinging. They didn't do very well. But we did see a couple people that were really good. So that was dope. And I want to do that too. I want to get out to more comedy shows around here. There are some bigger people coming. A couple of them I had to miss. So I want to keep doing that. I think we're going to be doing a Jokes and Chokes coming up soon. That was like where we raised money. So I think they're working on that. Shout out to Mike Feuerbach. He's working on that. So if you want to hit us up or have us out for seminars or anything like that, you can always check out. If you're local area and you want to train, go to finishersmma.com. But if you're looking to have us out for a seminar, you're looking to, have our crew come through and, work with you guys or whatever the situation is, check out my new website made for me by my boy Sean Initiative. But check it out at zachmaslany.com, and you can just learn all about me, what I'm doing. You can listen to the podcast on there. If you're at work and you like put your headphones in, you're like, hey boss, I'm working on shit, but you're actually listening to my quick hitter podcast. That's like about 25-30 minutes for episode 38. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title it yet, but you could do that if you want. So check into that, peoples. But appreciate all you guys. And I'm going to be teaching more fundamentals classes back at the school too, now that I got some more time. And be on the lookout for Finishers 11. I can rip up this little note here that says record podcast. And I appreciate you guys. If you can go on, throw on a Google, or not a Google. Well, you can Google review the school, but if you could go on the podcast, give me a review, write that down. It always helps. Hopefully, also too, last but not least, I think the Lehigh Valley Podcast Festival is coming up. I did apply for that. So it's like a thing where you get to do a live podcast in front of people and all that shit. So I'm looking into getting into that too. And we're going to try to bring back the Finishers podcast and do another one of those very soon. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And boa carayu. Peace. Thanks for listening, and thanks to our sponsor, Fuji Sports. If you guys don't know about Fuji, they've been in business in the jiu-jitsu, judo, martial arts business since the beginning of time. And they're our current sponsor. They sponsor Thor, they sponsor Grace, and they sponsor Finishers Enterprises. So if you've never checked out Fuji before, go to fujisports.com. They got all types of gear, gi, no gi, judo. They got lifestyle stuff. They got hoodies. They got stuff to clean the mats. And they also work great with BJJ Fanatics, which we actually have a DVD out right now. So if you go to bjjfanatics.com, search 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu, or search Zach Maslany, JM Holland, and the 10 Planet Fundamentals come up. And you can buy a DVD and watch us teach some moves. So shout out to Fuji. Also, not to mention, if you're looking for mats and you want to make your school look great and you want to take your squad to the next level, then why are you training on puzzle mats, dog? You doing? Get those Fuji mats. Holler your boy. I'll hook you up with the right people, and we'll get you all set up. So whether you're looking for gear, mats, DVDs, moves, we got you covered. Fujisports.com, bjjfanatics.com. Shout out to your boy. This podcast is also brought to you guys by shopfinishers.com. That's pretty much where you can get all of our gear. You can get our Cruise Combat custom rash guards, the red one, Fire Red, the North Carolina Blue, or you can get the OD Green. We're about to drop some new shirts. That's your home for Finisher TV stuff. You can actually buy tickets on there to the Finishers 10. If you want, you can get, I'm going to be releasing a bucket hat real soon, but we got some top designers, M85 Designs, Mike Mons. We got Sharkface Apparel, my boy Bryce throwing their stuff up. You can get 10p Allentown stuff. You can get 10p Miami stuff. You can get stickers. You can get 10p Miami flip-flops. We're going to be selling everything. So always check out shopfinishers.com, and that has all your needs. You can link to it from our website too. If you go to finishersmma.com, you can just click on shop right there and get all the swag that you need. So shopfinishers.com. It's your boy.
Are you interested in starting your own podcast but have no idea what to do? Maybe you already have the equipment you think you'll need, but don't have the time or resources to produce the podcast yourself. Whether you're in the market for a producer to take over an existing show, or you want to start a whole new podcast, PRM Podcast Productions is for you. We do everything from helping you get your show started to editing, producing, uploading, managing, promoting, and much more. We offer various plans and levels of editing, as well as many additional options to choose from. We also offer voiceover and transcription services, and can supply male, female, or kids voices for ads, promos, intros, outros, and more. If you want to know more or see our other shows we've produced, go to prmpodcastproductions.com or click on the link in the show notes. Anyone referred to us from Zach's Corner Podcast or from Finishers MMA will receive a 10% discount.